Morning. So it's Thursday this week. Yeah, yesterday was an absolute nightmare day. It's supposed to be a nice easy day. Took a day off. Well, I didn't take a day off. Took an office day because we had to get the van serviced. And then the van ended up costing us about 800 quid, which was a lot more than what we thought. So happy days. Not only did we lose like a day's worth of money to make, we also lost probably 2 days worth of money. So this week, not a very good week, should we say. So we're over in Mepham today, just finishing off a job. We just got to put some extractors in. So I'm just going to run through quickly how we get that done. Okay, so we've got the cable coming out. We're above a toilet, so we're not in a prescribed zone or anything like that. And we've marked out the centre point of our extractor. So we've just gone through with a 6mm tile drill bit. We're going to open that up to 8mm, and then we're going to drill out all the way through the brick with an 8mm. So when we put the core cutter on, it's got a nice straight guide to go through. Okay, so we've drilled our pilot bit for our spit bit. Whenever you're doing stuff anywhere when drilling holes, always make sure that it's all clear. So we're above a toilet, which would mean that the water would come in either on the right side or the left side. So before we started to drill, we took a look underneath the toilet and we saw the water pipe which was coming out of the floor and doing a 90 into the toilet. So we knew there was no water pipes running up there, so it was safe to drill. It's really, really important that you check that, because there's so many times people have been caught out where they've drilled a hole and they've snagged the pipe. Because with plumbers, they're not actually given a prescribed zone, not as strict as what electricians are. So always just err on the side of caution when drilling. Okay, so we've cored out the tile. It's really important when you're doing this to not spin the drill too fast. We go through with just a standard core cutter. We don't really use the diamond bits because we find the cores do just as well. There's no chipping on the edge of the tile or anything like that. You don't want to do it on hammer drill at all with the core bit, because you will damage it. And especially you definitely don't want to do any drilling on tiles on hammer, because you'll just shatter it. So we just took it nice and steady and got through the tile and through the layer plasterboard, where we've now got to the breeze block, where we'll now drill through there to get us out to atmosphere. All right then, and just like that, we are all the way through. So what we're going to do now is we're going to hold the fan up, mark all the drill holes for the fan, get about 400mm worth of ducting, poke that through and slap a grill on the outside, and that's one fan done. All right, so when we're drilling out tiles, we use a tile bit. So the one we tend to use are basically the ones from Screwfix. They're the Erbauer tile drill bits. They come in all different sizes, 6, 8, 12, 10s. And we find that these will get through about 20 holes on a porcelain tile, so which is, we find, pretty good compared to other brands. So now when you're drilling these, you want to start at a slanted angle. Until it's embedded in, and then you want to raise it up. And then once it's bedded like so, so it's got a nice even depth on it, you just want to drill it, and while you're drilling it, just rotate it gently. So you do that until it goes all the way through. Now, unfortunately, I need 2 hands, so yeah, I'll show you once it's done. Okay, all right, so there we are. So there's one hole drilled. The whole process takes literally less than a minute. It does take longer than just drilling on an SDS drill through brick, because obviously we're not SDSing or anything like that. So because it's a tile, we have to drill it gently. But yeah, so nice and easy. So we're going to do this last hole and then we're going to get our fan mounted. All right, so now we've got all these drilled, we're just going to quickly buzz an SDS through there. Just so we can now get our raw plugs in. All right, so there's the fan mounted. It's got some flexi duct going through the cavity. I'm about to connect the 3-core into our connections on the bottom. The fan we're using on this is the Envir Vent Silent 100 HT. It's quite a nice one. So it's a humidity timer extractor fan. And instead of having adjustable dials, we've got dip switches. So on this one, we've got humidity, which can be set at 6, 70, 80 or 90. We've got time, which is 1, 5, 15 and 30. And we've also got purge, which is done, what is it? I think it's 1, 8, 12 and 24 on the dip switches. So this fan will basically just come on, like we set it up for 12 hours. So this fan will come on every 12 hours, run for a couple of minutes and just suck everything out of the room to help keep down condensation, which then helps to fight mold and things like that. They're not the cheapest fans on the market, but they are quite nice. All right, so there's the fan all connected. It does say the writing on the side. I tend to like it on the bottom. However, we was governed by the position of where the cable entered through the tiles and the entry point on the extractor. If we had it rotated around this way, so it was more up here, then we'd actually be drilling into the soffit. In the fan, there's no indication to say this way up or whatever, so it's just a cosmetic thing. But so there we are, one fan all connected. And then there's Toby out there doing Toby stuff. So he's getting the switch done and the fan isolator switch. And then we're going to come in, put a couple of spotlights in the ceiling, and then we've got a bathroom done. All right, so Toby's now finishing off the thingy, the extractor fan. He's putting the grill on. The way we do it is we put the grill upside down. Not really. So basically what we do is we put it upside down so all the flaps hang down. That allows Toby to then mark all the fixing holes. And then when he screws it, he then puts it back on the other way and it looks like that one there. Ta-da! All right, so yeah, so crack on, Toby, see you in a bit. So we've got some lights on the ceiling, extractor fan working, and all switched from outside.